Alright, welcome back guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 100, more specifically Lexa, so if the 100 is something you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell icon, that way to miss any more 100 related content from me in the future. Now let's begin. Alright, so today is March 3rd. Otherwise known as Lexa Day to all the 100 fans and Lexa fans out there who love and support Lexa and wish Debnam-Carey. Now, look, I feel like I'm going to be trashed for this because I'm going to talk negatively about Lexa. But first off, let me explain myself. One, I support the LGBT fans. I will always support them no matter what, but I cannot support them with this. Two, I understand and recognize that Lexa was an important and iconic character for the LGBT community. And three, I will always agree that Lexa was killed off in a weak and poorly written manner. However, it happened, okay? It happened. Now what are we going to do? Because there are fans out there who are acting, in my opinion, like children. Because what do? They go online and harass people and block people who don't agree with them. This is like the Captain Marvel stuff that I made a video about yesterday. Where it's like, oh, if you say anything negative about Lexa, you're a homophobe. It's no. You can be critical about the character. In my opinion, Lexa's overrated. She's 100% overrated. I will say that. And it's not because she's LGBT or because I'm homophobic. No. It's because they put her on this pedestal and made her bigger than she should have been. Lexa was not the show, as much as many people would want you to believe. She was not the show. She and the Grounders weren't the show. It's called the 100 for a reason. It's because the show is about the kids on the Ark and the Ark people. It's about them. It's not about the Grounders. It's not about the Lexa, or the Grounders and Lexa. It's not the Lexa show. If it was, we would have followed the Grounders. But we didn't. We followed the kids that came down from the Ark, the 100. We followed them. It's their story, not Lexa's. And if you want an honest opinion, I'm glad they killed her off because she was overrated. She was always going to die because she was a recurring character. This is a show where people die. This is a post-apocalyptic show. People die. The Walking Dead does it all the time. They just killed the LGBT character a few months ago. Jesus, he died. Where was the fan backlash from that? Oh, right. That's because the people who watch The Walking Dead for the most part are adults. And they understand. But the 100 is geared more towards teens. Yes, I know there are a few adults out there who will watch it. But the primary age group where they're aiming the show at is teens. And teens, I'm sorry, but this day and age, teens and the new generation is somewhat crazy. And I'm apologizing because I know there are probably people saying that they're not, but you are. The way you do these things, you are. Let's take a look at some of the Twitter things y'all do. Because there are people out there, now I have no idea because I don't do any of this, or I don't try not to associate with them, honestly. But there are people out there who claim that Jason Rafenberg blocks them because they asked him, when is this happening? Or when's Alexa coming back? Bring her back. And they say, oh, he blocked me. Boo-hoo. And then you ask them, because I've asked them, okay, I hear your thoughts, but okay, so how are they going to bring back Lexa? Give me your theory on how they bring back Lexa. And then the next thing will be, you're anti-Lexa. You're a homophobe. I'm like, no, I'm not. And then the best part is they'll block you because you want to know their thought process, how they're going to do this. That's called being a hypocrite. You get mad at Jason Rafenberg for blocking you for asking him a simple question. Yet you block me for asking you a simple question. You're being a hypocrite. And I know people will say, but he's a showrunner, he's an influencer. Yeah, okay. But the fan base should hold themselves to a higher standard. The fan base should hold themselves to a higher standard. You don't stoop to their... as I always say, when they go low, you go high. You don't go lower. No, that's not what you do. You act like adults. Put on your big boy and big girl pants and act like adults. Don't be hypocrites. Don't be hypocrites, because it's ridiculous and it makes me lose respect for you. Look, if I'm always up for a debate, I'm always up for an interesting conversation to find out your thought process and how you feel about this. I'm always up for that. We might not agree, and we might have completely different views on it, but I'm always up to talk and have a good debate with someone. Because I think that's healthy. That's a healthy thing to do. But to automatically come out of the gate and say, you're a homophobe, and block the person, that's being childish. That's called being a child. And we're adult people. Even though they're teens, I treat the fandom that are teens as if they're adults. Because they're 16, I feel like at 16, you're at the youngest, you're at an age where, you're self-aware. You're 2 years away from being 18. You deserve to be treated like an adult. And you should be acting like an adult. I know that's a weird thing to say, but yeah, if you could drive, you deserve to be treated like an adult. And I don't think the 100 fans act like adults sometimes. They act like childish kids who didn't get their way. They whine and cry to Lexa fans. Oh, boo-hoo, Lexa died. This is unfair to me. And then there's these people the petition for the Lexa spinoff show, or whatever they want to call it. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that will never happen. The Lexa spinoff, the Lexa whatever, it will never happen. For two reasons. One, the network doesn't care enough. The 100 is tanking right now. I know there are fans out there who will say it's doing fine, they still will. But look at the ratings. It's tanking. The only popular shows get spinoffs. Look at all the spinoffs out there right now that are happening or have happened. Breaking Bad is Better Call Saul. Breaking Bad was a groundbreaking and amazing show. That's why it got a spinoff. The Walking Dead is Fear, and they recently announced a third spinoff. Sure, their ratings are dropping slowly, but they're still doing better than the 100 is doing. And they deserve another spinoff. Then you got Sons of Anarchy. They got The Mayans. That was a popular and another groundbreaking show. Then you got The Sopranos. Groundbreaking show. Just announced a few weeks ago or a month ago. They're getting a spinoff. Only popular and groundbreaking shows get spinoffs or whatever you want to call them. It won't happen for the 100. Because as much as people say it's the greatest show on TV, it's not. Honestly, I'm sorry, it's not. Because Sons of Anarchy, Lost, The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, all these shows are better. They will always be better. And 100 will never have that. Because the writers don't write for entertainment. They write to fill out a paycheck, pretty much. They are not good writers. They are not good writers. They are poor writers. Because they only cater to the teen demographic. The Lexa spinoff will never happen. As much as Netflix might say, "Ooh, yeah, we agree with you. There should be one." It will never happen. Netflix cannot do a spinoff because they don't hold the rights to it. Jason Rafenberg and the CW hold the rights. They loan out the rights of the seasons to Netflix to stream on Netflix. But that just because they have it on Netflix doesn't mean they hold any rights to it. The CW loans out the rights to them so that they can stream it. And then there are fans saying, but we want the spinoff, but we don't want Jason Rafenberg involved. That will never happen. You're living in a fantasy dream world if you actually believe that will happen. He is the showrunner. He is connected to the 100 whether you like it or not. If they ever did end up making a Lexa spinoff, or any kind of spinoff for that matter, he will be involved, like it or not. He will be involved. He will have every say that you want, and he will be in control of writing it. So you lose there too. This just gets frustrating to me. Because Lexa was a recurring character. She was a supporting character. And you treat this day, the 3rd, like it's 9/11 or a Pearl Harbor. This is the death of a fictional character, let's not forget. A fictional character. Again, I agree that she was a groundbreaking character for the LGBT community. And that her death was poorly written. But let's grow up, people. Let's put on our big boy and big girl panties And let's actually be adults about this. Okay? You don't agree with what happened? Okay, that's fine. It happened. But instead of being like assholes and ripping online and trashing Jason Raffenberg's reputation, let's be adults. Instead of trashing him, why don't you organize and go around and teach people? Make this a teachable moment. And I don't mean like doing some of the things you do online, because I know there are things you do online where you get in Twitter wars and whatever. No, go around in and educate people on this stuff. Educate them so that this doesn't happen again. But going online and like hating and trashing Jason Raffenberg isn't going to get you anywhere. It just makes you look childish and just selfish. Because the only thing you're saying is you want Lexa back because she entertains you. She entertains you. You don't want her back for the story. You don't want her back for this. You just want her back because she entertains you. And that's selfish. That's selfish. I'm going to be honest. That's selfish. Because you don't want her back because of anything other than that you want to see her on TV again. That's selfish. And they can't bring her back because it sets up a precedent. It means that they will no longer have control over their own TV show. And it means that they will never be able to kill off any more major or popular characters due to fan outrage and backlash. Let's say they kill off Miller next. Okay, what happens when the Black Lives Matter community comes out and says that Jason Raffenberg is racist for killing him off? Then he'd have to bring back Miller. They can't kill off any more popular characters. And I know people will argue, he's a homophobe. Jason Raffenberg is a homophobe. He's not a homophobe. If he was a homophobe, we wouldn't have Clark as a bi lead. We wouldn't have that. He would have never introduced Miller and his boyfriend. He would never introduce Jackson. None of that would have happened. Because he's showrunner. Everything that happens, he has first say. So that would never have happened. Look, again, I'm going to go back. I support the LGBT community. I agree that that Lex is an important and iconic character for that community. And I agree that she died in a poorly written manner. But it happened. 3 years later, it happened. Okay? Let's be adults, people. Let's be adults. And I'm not saying this because I know people say, but you're a Blark fan. I don't give a shit about Blark. And Blark will never happen. Because Bellamy is Clark's dynamic ally. They will never be together. He is not a love interest to Clark. He is just her dynamic ally. They will never be together. So what are Lexa fans arguing and mad that they're going to do that? No, it will never happen. Bellamy and Clark will never end up together. That's just the reality of things. And look, again, let's be adults, people. We're all adults here. Let's not be children. And let's be the adult fans that we can be. Because I think we can do that. Let's not stoop to lower people's level. Let's not be hypocrites. Let's not start Twitter wars. Let's be adults. Okay, guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this topic. I will not delete anybody's comments. I will try to respond to everybody out there. But let's be civilized as well in the comments. Okay? Let's do that. Let's be adults here. Okay? Alright guys, so that's my video. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. And don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss any more 100 related content from me in the future. This has been Vision here with Blind Entertainment. And I'll see you next time.